Alright, we got another video for today. Make sure you guys like the video, man, because the views looking scary. I ain't gonna lie, the views looking scary, but it's okay. We're gonna keep the videos coming anyway. That's not stopping me. Okay, I just woke up. No, I just woke up. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video, man. Let's see what's going on here.
Destruction is coming,
folks.
You
see the live telescope feed in your on the screen right now. We are moments away. What I think is super cool, we've even got some folks out here with their own telescopes and cameras to really capture this spectacular event.
Yeah.
And so, again, it looks like we've got about 4 minutes. The crowd is growing, and I'm interested to see how everything kind of calms down too. So we'll see. Gina, I have another question. This is from Baron on YouTube, who asks, does a solar eclipse have a material impact on the atmosphere?
Oh, I love this question, because with the eclipse, we really are trying to understand the sun-earth connection. And so you can almost think of the eclipse as a controlled experiment. Basically, the fact that we often, experience changes in our atmosphere during the nighttime, but the eclipse is almost able to turn off and on the sun. So even
right now we were blasted with the sun earlier, and now it's just chilly. Like it's darker.
Yeah. And so it's the upper atmosphere that we're really interested in understanding, and the energy and the radiation from the sun creates what we call the ionosphere, this upper part of the atmosphere that's filled with charged particles. And so when the sun's radiation is not hitting the atmosphere, that ionosphere, it changes in its density, its temperature, and we're really trying to understand those changes, and the eclipse gives us that opportunity to really turn the sun on and off, which we can't do
in
any
little
other
experiment
circumstance.
That honestly all of us also get to be a part of.
Right?
So that's really cool.
It is.
Thanks, Gina. So our next question is from Hunt.
If you're seeing this on or before October 14th, stop and stay. We have a new moon solar eclipse in the energy of Libra on or around October 14th. And like I like to tell y'all, new moon manifest, full moon release for the most part. But just a few things about this energy. It's meant to bring in new beginnings, start new things. The creation of life, mommies, you get what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Also, if you're bringing in new, you have to let go of the old. We had a full moon not too long ago. You were supposed to do all this cleansing and continue on with that until this new moon energy. So you see how things line up how they need to. I be trying to tell y'all need to follow my account so you can stay updated. So what you need to do on that day, really the night before, the morning of, and that same night of that day, ask for what you want. In the inside and out loud. It's power in the tongue. I always tell y'all that. You can say the affirmation that I created. Also, the Bible verse that I will use for that. Also, before I say the Bible verse, y'all realize October 14th is on a Saturday. The Sabbath day. If you know, you know. Sabbath is the Saturday, not the Sunday. And this is happening on the Sabbath day. So the Bible verse that I chose, Leviticus chapter 23, specifically verses 1 through 4. Say that the night before, the morning of, and then that night before bed. I'll do a part 2 later on this week, step-by-step version. Also, for more stuff like that, it's in the ebook, Escaping the Matrix. Check my link tree. Peace.
It honestly blows my mind how nobody's talking about this. The truth about Bob Marley. Bob Marley was a singer back in 1977. For those who don't know, he died in 1977 from a type of cancer in his big toe. But here's when things get crazy. He didn't get cancer from a natural way. An ex-CIA agent actually literally admitted to giving Bob Marley cancer. Here's how the whole story went. A fan approached him at a concert and offered him a pair of boots as a gift. And of course, Bob Marley, being the peaceful man that he was, accepted the gift. And the fan insists that he tried them on, so he put them on, and then he said, "Ouch, my brother!" Because there was a needle inside the boots that pricked his big toe. And back then, in the time, him and his family didn't think anything of it. They just thought it was some random spike. But guess what? Years later, that same big toe that got poked was the same big toe that got diagnosed with cancer, which is what caused his death. All he wanted to do was spread love. But follow me for more. Let's get
buying junk fast foods that have no actual food in them. We buy gallons of poisonous household cleaners when one degradable soft soap will do. We are poisoning our homes and wasting our hard-earned money for no good reason. Why? Because the advertising industry tells us to. They just want you to buy stuff. For example, If a company pollutes the environment or uses bad business practices, if you don't buy their stuff, they will change. If you don't want food with chemicals or GMOs in it, don't buy it. The minute we start taking responsibility and spending our money wisely, every politician, every corporation, and leader around the world is going to know that we have woken up. And that is the most important point in this film.
You played her song, you listened to it?
Yeah.
Did you hear that bar?
What bar?
What? How
What
did
bar?
you not hear this bar?
What was it?
What? This is the bar that like everyone's talking about.
What'd she say?
So apparently in one of her ad-libs, you can hear her say, we got something, and then in the ad-lib it's like, Illuminati.
No.
Yeah, listen, and it's so clear. I
What
don't know.
the fuck?
You ready? Oh shit! What the fuck? Nah. And mans are saying it's illuminate. No, fam. It was. You want to hear it again?
Play it one more time.
Yeah.
No.
Illuminati. Like,
No, that's crazy.
Like, come on, bro. Be for real.
If the Illuminati really did make that
Yeah.
they're making some trash music now. Nah, like they downgraded. They went from Jay-Z to Telote. Shit.
What kind of contract did Venetian Jr. get? He proudly posted this Illuminati sign tagging Rock Nation on his eye. Now, we all know that the one-eyed symbolism is no stranger to football or soccer or whatever you want to call it. But Vinny Jr. posting 2 pictures of the triangle over his eye with Rock Nation tag. I mean, that's just a level of in-your-face, in plain sight that I have never seen before.
JFK's brain has been missing since at least 1966. So in case you missed it, John F. Kennedy was a US president that was assassinated in 1963 by a lone gunman and or take your pick of theories. We've been at this one for a really long time and it's really not the point of this video. During JFK's autopsy, his brain was placed in a stainless steel container and eventually ended up in a locker in a secure room in the National Archives under the watch of his former secretary, Evelyn Lincoln. However, in October 1966, it was discovered that the locker had vanished. And then President Lyndon B. Johnson ordered his Attorney General to investigate. They never found the brain, but they did find evidence that JFK's brother, Robert Kennedy, took the brain, and with it, some medical slides and tissue samples. Unsurprisingly, this disappearance has sparked numerous conspiratorial offshoots of an already hotly debated assassination, like the possibility that the damage to Kennedy's brain could definitively prove a second shooter, or that the Kennedys are actually members of the Archelian monarchy. But it's more likely that the Kennedys just wanted to keep JFK's medical history and illnesses a family secret, which they certainly have a tendency to do rather remorselessly.
Why are there conspiracy theories about Kennedy's assassination? Lee Harvey Oswald previously lived for around 3 years in the Soviet Union. A vigilante later killed him. Vice President Johnson was a political opponent. Grainy images of the video taken created wild speculation. A man on the scene had an umbrella meant to make fun of JFK's father's support of Neville Chamberlain. Other sounds were mistaken for gunshots. The Warren Commission inadequately explained its findings to the public. A House committee clouded public opinion 14 years later. Theories failed to consider the body positions, and the car's back seat was 3 inches higher. Kennedy's nervous system caused his head to pitch backward after moving forward when struck.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, you've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can talk about anything.
But don't do it.
Yeah,
no. There's real evidence that these companies that made sugar paid scientists to fuck with data, to put heart disease and all these problems that people are having with clogged arteries, push that off on saturated fat.
Right.
And to take that away from sugar.
You know the food system is broken when you have to pay more for food that's grown fresh from the earth and pay less for food that's created in a lab. It's all by design.
Did this show take it too far, or is it all just in plain sight?
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood!
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
Every year it brings together the 6 societies that secretly rule the world. Of course, our arch rivals, the Illuminati.
Please welcome all partying Illuminati!
I love you, Jay-Z.
Green Key! Lin-Manuel!
Illuminati confirmed.
Will Smith exposed Hollywood. Back in 2019, Will Smith made a video about the power of perception. In this video, he talked about how nothing is actually real.
Y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen.
In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Will Smith even starred in a movie called Focus, and the whole point of the movie is being able to trick your subconscious mind if you're not staying focused. So with all that being said, Will Smith knows how to trick the subconscious mind, and well understands how fake the entertainment industry is, since he's been a part of it for so long. Did you know that before the Oscars, Will Smith even had a class teaching kids how to do a fake slap?
That, right? And you just turn your head when I go. Man, where's my money?
Was that slap?
So let me know in the comment section if you believe that.
Some of Hollywood's greatest conspiracy theories are these cap or fact, we may never know. Sources say Keanu Reeves may just be immortal, and based on overwhelming evidence, this is most likely true. Is Steve Jobs really dead, or somewhere in Egypt wearing hospital scrubs? It's up for you to decide. Rumor has it Katy Perry is actually John Benet Ramsey, all grown up. Doesn't seem too far-fetched to me. Was Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer? Probably. The Ray J. Kardashian sex tape vaulted Kim to fame. Was the leak orchestrated by Grand Hollywood puppet master Kris Jenner? Yes. Are Beyonce and Solange really sisters? Or is Beyonce really her mother? Hard to argue that one.
We all eat bad, not just China. Listen, you eat Doritos. The last ingredient on Doritos is called guanylate. All right, if you look it up, guano is what they call bat feces. Why the hell would they be seasoning food with bat feces? And if you look it up, it's going to say that it's not that, but it's a derivative. The food industry uses language and terms that people don't understand, and then once they figure it out, they switch it up. So if you're eating Doritos, you're eating bat feces. So get it out the house, cut it out. There's a lot of other foods I'm going to break down that you'd be surprised, but understand that there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the food industry. They don't have to be honest on the nutrition label. It could say 0 calories. It actually has 5 calories. As long as it's under 5 calories, they can technically say 0. So it's a lot of things to watch out for. But today's topic is Doritos. Toss them out.
Doritos isn't a food company, it's a drug company. And they spend about $30 million a year to make the chip addictive. There's a facility in Texas that employs over 500 chemists. And they're essentially trying to figure out the right combination of texture, mouthfeel, aroma, and flavor. They even have a machine that simulates a chewing mouth that costs $40,000. So they're able to figure out how many crunches is the perfect amount of crunches to keep you wanting more.
Oh my god.
The Dorito powder is 5 to 6 times more concentrated than what's on the chips. Think about when you eat the Dorito powder. Aside from when you eat the chip itself, when you're done eating the Doritos, you lick the powder off of your fingers. Well, the powder is full of different acids, and the acids trigger saliva production, and saliva production makes your brain want to eat more. So essentially, when you're done eating the Doritos, you lick your fingers, and your brain is like, all right, eat more, like we're prepared. So then you want to just like go back in and eat more.
You're gonna need to grab a drink and take a seat for this one. Because if this found you on or before October the 14th, well, lucky fucking you. As we now run headfirst into Eclipse season. This month, we don't have just one eclipse, but we have 2. And the first one falls on the new moon. And if you are brave enough to capitalize on this energy, I have a powerful manifesting ritual that works quickly. You see, eclipses are portals to higher states of consciousness. They help us take a quantum leap into a new and more evolved state of being. They fast track us, moving towards our destiny with greater speed, but they are not for the faint of heart. Now, this rare epic event is called the Ring of Fire. And here is what I'm gonna do. And for this ritual, it's quite simple. You just need a quiet space where you're comfortable, pen and paper, and a candle. I want you to light a candle to symbolize the transformative power of the eclipse. Now, look at these 3 spheres. On a piece of paper, I want you to draw this, or you can take a screenshot of these spheres that I have here right now. This sphere represents the shallows. This sphere represents the Ring of Fire. And this sphere represents the core of peace. Now, the shallow is a sphere that is filled with stress, false beliefs and negativity. Where the Ring of Fire, this is a space that challenges you into a space of transformation. And the core of peace is your connection to spirit, your spirituality and tranquility. Now, I want you to grab your pen and I want you to write down any beliefs, habits or situations that you feel are holding you back, especially those that are related to the shallows sphere. And I want you to be honest with yourself. After you've done that, I want you to now face the ring of fire. I want you to look at it and visualize yourself standing at the edge of the ring of fire. Recognize any fears or resistance that you might have about stepping into this transformative space. And I want you to write down your fears around the challenges that you might face as you go through any transformation that leads you to your manifestation. I want you to create a positive affirmation for yourself, such as, I embrace the transformative power of the ring of fire with courage and openness. Now, do a little bit of meditation, close your eyes and take some deep breaths and imagine yourself stepping into the ring of fire. Visualize the old beliefs and fears burning away, leaving you feeling lighter and more liberated. Now we want you to release and surrender, and during this meditation, let go of the need to control everything. Surrender to the process of transformation. Trust that what emerges on the outside will be for your highest good. And now, and finally, I want you to embrace the core of peace. I want you to visualize yourself moving through the ring of fire and arriving at the core of peace. I want you to feel a profound sense of connection, tranquility, and self-awareness. Write down any insights or feelings that arise during this visualization. And you can spend as much time as you need on this. And if you need help with any meditations, my collection, over 4 hours, 20 to choose from, is just right here. I've done all the hard work for you. Now, as you get to the end of this session, I want you to blow out your candle because it symbolizes the end of your meditation. And I want you to take a few moments just to ground yourself and express gratitude for the opportunities of transformation. After you've done your meditation, review what you've written about your fears and your old beliefs, and perhaps identify one concrete action that you can take to start moving away from the shallows and closer to the core of peace. Commit to taking this action in the coming weeks and watch how things bloody change quick. Okay, your ritual is complete. Love you. Bye.
The food you eat in America is so toxic it's actually illegal in other countries. US chicken is actually bathed in chlorine before being injected with saline solution and then packaged for sale. Actually, up to 15% of the chicken's weight in these packages can just be salty, sugary water. It's supposed to be so it tastes better, but like, I'll season it myself, thank you. The EU has banned the sale of American chicken because of this chlorine wash, because believe it or not, you're not supposed to consume chlorine. At least not in high doses. I mean, it's in our tap water, so it's literally inescapable. My name is Patrick, and here are 10 more foods that are illegal outside of the United States, and I guarantee you have some of them in your pantry. Since we started this with chicken, I might as well let you know that US pork is also banned. This is thanks to a controversial drug known as ractopamine, which is banned in about 170 out of the 196 countries in the entire world. See, ractopamine accelerates weight gain so that these animals become plump and we can get more bang for our buck as producers. Don't mind my conspiratorial brain here, but last I checked we had an obesity epidemic in the United States. Yeah, I just checked. The CDC says about 74% of us are overweight, at least as of 2020. It's almost like there's this weird incentive to keep us overweight and like slightly disease-ridden. Not dead, because then they can't profit $4.3 trillion off of us annually. It's not profit, it's net income. I get it. It's 18.3% of the entire GDP of our country. Anyway, did you know that Twinkies are illegal? Not because of the high fructose corn syrup, but because of the yellow coloring. Those numbered food colorings, such as Red 40, which gives the maraschino cherries such a vibrant red color, are banned for a good reason. Those colored dyes are actually derived from crude oil, you know, petroleum, the stuff that makes gasoline and kerosene and diesel and plastic bags. Yeah, we're eating it. It's widely known that these food colorings cause a host of physical and mental illnesses, such as allergic reactions, asthma, ADD, ADHD, straight up immune deficiencies. Another epidemic here in the United States. I mean, how many of us here right now watching this video have ADD? Go ahead, raise your hand in the comments. Is it clicking? Stovetop stuffing has BHA and BHT, a synthetic antioxidant which prevents vegetable oils from going rancid and is a common ingredient in plastic or wax paper lining for packages. That was BHT. BHA is actually an anti-wrinkling agent, so you know, Thanksgiving's coming up, so rather than eat the stuffing, just spread it on your face. Coffee Mate coffee creamer, full of hydrogenated seed oils. Same with Ritz crackers, actually. And in small amounts, it's actually not that bad for us, but the problem is, it's everywhere. You're consuming too many seed oils and not enough, I'm just gonna call them meat oils, that's when you get into problems. See, when I was studying nutrition, our teachers would explain to us that it's more about the ratio between these two rather than just the overconsumption of them. I'm gonna end on a banger here, and I would appreciate it if you would share this one out because I really do want people to understand what they're putting inside their bodies. Bodybuilders are gonna love this one. Milk. US milk is banned outside of the US. Pump our cows full of growth hormones. Bovine growth hormone to be specific. It's a GMO hormone, believe it or not, which actually increases the cow's production of milk. Research is mixed on this one, although conclusive enough to ban US milk in Canada, New Zealand, Japan. Some of the growth hormone gets into the milk and then increases our IGF-1, which does help build muscle, but it's also linked to breast cancer. Be careful what you put inside your body because...
After he hung out with Drake, everyone called him out for joining the Illuminati, and his response was everything. If you don't know who this is debatably the biggest streamer in the world, Kai Cannot.
Who got me, nigga? You fucking crazy? I'm Big G.O.D. You must not know what I'm jacking. I jack Jesus Christ. I jack God. What are you talking about, bro? I hate when people start, it's like, as soon as you start doing successful shit, like people just automatically point it to there, and it's like, it's kind of like low-key sad type shit. But yeah, bro, like, bro, thank you, Jesus, for the path that you got me on right now, and it's like crazy, bro. Y'all know I speak Jesus, and I'm big on Christ and God. Every single stream that I come in here, don't play with me.
The rapture of the bride of Christ may occur after this solar eclipse on the true Feast of Trumpets, sometime between October 14th to 18th, 2023. This eclipse is special because it makes a ring on the finger of Virgo, begins in Corpus Christi, which means body of Christ, and ends in the city of Natal, which means birth, and is nicknamed Bride of the Sun. Like Bride of Christ, the true Feast of Trumpets is likely in October, when the first sliver of the new moon is spotted in Israel, after the solar eclipse according to the calendars of Devorah's date tree. We are Israel.org and Man-Child Ministries. There is much evidence that our adversaries are aware of this eclipse and its apocalyptic implications. They seem to be signaling to each other what is to come in the aftermath.
Let the shadow pass, and the light shine again on the world of our creation.
Or united as brothers.
Billie Eilish just posted these scary looking pictures on her Instagram. And this is something I noticed. You see this picture of the Black Widow coming out of her mouth? This is exactly what Doja Cat did before she started posting all of her demonic music videos. It's her album cover, it's in her hair, she has a tattoo of one, it was on her earrings, she dressed up in spider webs for the VMAs. Now is Billie Eilish gonna fall into the same pattern where she goes into this dark era? If you watch my videos on her, you already know she has some dark stuff out there, but I'm curious to see what happens next, and I'll keep you guys updated.
Do you remember the time when former Disney Channel star Kyle Massey was accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a minor? You may remember Kyle from shows like Cory in the House, and obviously That's So Raven. But recently, Kyle gave an interview and spoke publicly for the first time about all of this, and his response is shocking. Kyle is now alleging that he is actually a victim himself, and that the mother of the victim is the one that tried to victimize him, if that makes sense. So the original charges stated that Kyle allegedly sent explicit videos to a minor between the years 2018 and 2019. These charges were filed in civil court in the year 2019 and were eventually dropped. The person was seeking $1.5 million from Kyle. But then in February of 2022, the mother contacted another sheriff's department and filed criminal charges. But this is where this gets really strange, because recently Kyle went on record and gave an interview and stated that he was actually the one that was assaulted by this mother who filed the charges on behalf of her daughter. Kyle's lawyer named Ariel actually provided receipts that showed that Kyle had met this mother in the year 2007. This would have been when Kyle was only 15 years old. According to the lawyer, the police statement that this mother provided to the sheriff's department claimed that Kyle had actually promised this mother that he wanted to move with her, he wanted to be with her. Keep in mind, this is when he was younger. And allegedly a witness in the case heard this mother remark that she wanted to become pregnant by Kyle in order to get Disney money. Now, something interesting though is that Kyle did admit that he had communications with this underage girl, the daughter of the mother, and he even claims in a vague sort of way that there was something inappropriate that was shared with the girl and that he immediately corrected the issue. But I don't know, this is just a really strange story. Let me know your thoughts on this below, because I hadn't read this part, Kyle's part of the story, and for now it's really just one person's word versus the other.
Young Will Smith knew what was going on.
Do you believe in government conspiracies?
Oh, absolutely.
No, I'm serious.
No, definitely. No, oh my God.
I know I heard you did. Are you serious now?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm very serious. You can't tell,
You can't tell, no. I read that you felt that the government was deliberately spraying cold germs in subways, was deliberately trying to make people ill with the AIDS virus. This is pretty serious stuff. Do you really feel that?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I'm with Barbara Walters now. Oh, that's a serious one. Okay, so I got to, now, because people are going to chase me after this.
Oh, just like they chased Martin Lawrence?
People are going to chase me. I believe that it is quite highly possible that the AIDS virus is a result of genetic warfare testing.
By American agents?
Absolutely.
Well,
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
Shocking new footage reveals a massive water spout rising from the Barents Sea and mysteriously entering the clouds above. The video, filmed by stunned fishermen, appears to show an enormous cone of seawater being siphoned into the sky. As the bizarre column ascends, it makes a sharp, physics-defying turn before getting swallowed by the cloud cover. The footage quickly went viral, with conspiracy theorists claiming it provides slam-dunk proof of extraterrestrial activity. According to their theory, the video captures an alien spacecraft secretly refueling mid-flight with a colossal stream of seawater. Mainstream scientists have scrambled to debunk the sensational rumors, suggesting the footage shows a rare weather event like a water spout or tornado over water. But the internet's UFO devotees remain unconvinced by the mundane explanation. They insist the video shows indisputable evidence of an advanced alien civilization mining Earth's oceans for hydrogen fuel and other resources. Skeptics may scoff, but the clip's millions of views prove the public's appetite for mystery remains unsatisfied. Is this footage finally the smoking gun proving we're not alone? You be the judge.
This former child star exposes the truth about Disney and Hollywood.
Dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan. Not just, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on do it.
That's all that clip already. By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
As much as I'm supposed to be promoting this movie and talking about my album, I just feel like we're in competition right now because they are trying to normalize the devil. They are trying to populate. The devil is on the main stage at award shows and in every video and signs and symbols. And I said, you know what? We need to stop treating our relationship with Jesus like the little buddy that you talk to before you go to bed at night, and not be more vocal about all the things that God means to us and all of the things that God has brought us through. Because there's been a lot of moments that you didn't post about. But yet you know, how did God decide to get me through this? And yeah, they going above and beyond to promote the devil, and it's me off. Because they used to, devil worshipers used to be real secretive, going down in the basement, this secret world. Now they just
they on the device too.
Yeah,
believe that.
I saw a UFO once. It's true.
The goal is to just keep everybody at that lure, so that's how I'm looking at it.
True story, and I was not alone. Some people can, some very good like
in Montreal.
No, it was in New Mexico. And sorry guys, but I'll talk about it. What makes it so weird is it makes us look bad, because when we talk about it, we describe it in a different way. But we also something, because when it happened, like it lasts about 10 seconds, we all went like a little silence, and then, holy shit, did you see this? Oh my, what the hell was that? And we were all there.
We have made it to the end, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We're gonna keep these videos coming. Make sure you like the vid so we can reach more people. Okay. With all that being said, I'm going to end it off right here. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.
What? Bitch, I'm a god, cause nigga, I'm back. Fuck the Matrix, this shit is trash.